Hi, how you doing? I'm Yaheed McCurry, and I'm 17 years old, and I'm just here to share some of my experiences being a black male in America. And I just start off, I guess, this first story. Some of you guys know I used to live in St. Louis. I moved from St. Louis to a small town here in Illinois. It's about an hour away, and there was an incident that I got into. There was me and my friend went to go pick up some friends to go to a little party, and while we were going, we stopped at this park to pick their other friend up. So it was 3 people, and a Jeep pulled up, and the Jeep pulled up. It was 2 white guys. They hopped out, confronted me, spit on me, and so I reacted. I hit them in the lip, and then they proceeded to jump me, and luckily I didn't get hurt at all from it. No scars or anything. And so I went a couple days, and I did not tell my mom because I did not want her to overreact, and because I didn't think much about it at all. And somehow my mom found out, like always, and she called up to the school. She came up to the school. I was already there. I got called to the principal's office, and this principal, mind you, he's he's racist, but he's not like flat out racist. It's more of a deeper thing there. Because one time he was going to expel me for not tucking in my shirt, which is against the dress code. But there was nothing bad on my shirts or anything like that. I like to express myself with how I dress, and so I didn't know. I should have listened, yes, but I don't think I had good grades. I was playing soccer for him. We were doing amazing that year, the first time in a couple years. So he's one of those guys, and so we went to him. My mom was in the meeting with there. I came in, and we talked about it. I told him about it. The 2 other people that was there, or the 3 other people that was there, sorry, they talked to him about it as well, gave him the story, everything added up. And so he came back to me, and he looks me dead in my eye, and he goes, well, did you provoke him in any way for him to do what he did, I guess? Which at first I was just like, no, but now I look back on it, it's kind of like, you thought, first of all, no one deserves to get spat on. That's disgusting. And why would you assume that I did something to get jumped? Which that didn't sit right with me. That didn't make much sense. And it's kind of like I see it nowadays when they talk about resisting arrest, right? We see a lot of times they label it resisting, and as we can see in the video of George Floyd, there wasn't any. He was handcuffed. There was no resisting at all, and they try to make something so wrong, and it's so proven to be wrong, they try to make it right. Excuse me. And we see it way too often, and that's kind of where I got where he was coming from. And like it shocked me for sure. I wasn't really prepared for it because I never was like, I think when you do something in the moment, you don't really think much of it, and then when you look back on it, you can see the outline of it from a different perspective. So yeah, pretty much the fact that he thought I did something that I deserved to get jumped apparently, and nothing else happened after that. He didn't go further with it or anything like that. I'm pretty sure he still believes I did something to provoke him. So yeah, that happened. So yeah. I also wanted to touch a little bit on just how I have to, I don't know how you say it, how I have to act. So look, I grew up CRC, as some of you may know. I'm Jewish. I have a lot of white friends. I have a lot of white friends, and I hang out with them, and a lot of times I see things that they do that I can't do. I can't participate because of what I look like, the color of my skin. And I go to this camp in Minnesota during the summer. I used to go. And I think the first time we went on a trip, I was like 13 or something, up to Seattle. All the kids would go into the stores and shop and stuff like that. And I would go with them and everything. But I noticed, it's a group of us a lot of the times. There's no smaller group than 3. And so we walk in, and the store clerk, and this happens here as well, just so you know, the store clerk will stare at us, and the store clerk will stare at me, and during the whole while I'm in the store, either that or some other worker will come out and literally follow me. It happens a lot. And also leaving the store. A lot of times if I go to a store, unless I know something's 100% there, I won't go there, because you walk in the store, you looking for something, you can't find it, and you leave out. This just happened to me again last week when I was getting gas, and I was getting a coffee shot from my mom. Walked in, they didn't have the right kind. Walked out, and the person in front of me just literally did the same thing. They walked out and left. Didn't buy anything, left, sorry. And I did the same thing. So as I'm walking out, this is a white lady. She looks at me, she was like, did you find what you were looking for? And I was like, no. And I thought it was kind of obvious because I'm leaving your store, so I didn't say that part. And she just was like, oh, well, next time you have to buy something. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, good to know. But I'm not clarified there. I was like, I didn't steal, if that's what if you thought. I just got gas from you. And then she was like, okay. And I left there. But it's just little things like that, and wearing hoodies, and inside of stores. I don't do it because it's been too many occasions where people with hoodies are daily. So I don't know, you can't wear hoodies anymore, which is sad, and it's the truth that we live in, because a lot of the times my friends see me and they know I'm a good guy. I had made mistakes, plenty of them in my life, but on the other side of that, there's another side of the world, or the country I should say, that just sees, oh, he doesn't have a father, and he's just a thug, pretty much. Like our president said, he's a thug, and I'm not at all. I went to a private school, like I just said. I don't live in the hood, never lived in the hood, and I'm totally different than person. But you can't just, I'm saying that because you can't just judge from what you see. Obviously, I'm pretty sure we learned that when we're babies, but some people still don't understand that somehow. Don't know why. And then I don't want to take too much of your time, so I'm just one more story. And this one, it's a little closer. Well, they all hit close, but this one's could have been way worse than it was. And my older brother was walking home from his one friend's house. He had his hoodie on with his, he was walking from his friend's house, sorry. And the school that I went to at the time in North County had just been robbed. And so the police are doing a patrol to see who robbed the place, and it was computers, I'm pretty sure, that was missing. So you would have had to have some type of contrivance to carry computers or something like that. And so he's walking down, cop pulled up, asked him, put him in the car to question him to see if he knew anything about the robberies and stuff. And my brother said no, which he didn't. He just come from a friend's house. He told the officers that he could have the people, he would call them and tell them he just came from there, and they weren't accepting that. Put him back in the car, and they beat him. And so, like what we see on the news, but it's the little ones like this that don't get put on the news, because he didn't die, luckily. And he was all messed up in the face, came home. But then they finally did call the friend's house that he was at, and they believed him because his mom was a cop as well. So they let him go, and nothing ever went on from there. But it's plenty of stories that you've never heard, like that one that happened almost daily, especially here in our city, St. Louis, and around the world, that we never hear. We only hear about the ones that die, which is it's sad. But in order to get your story out there, you have to die. Like, that's not right, and we all know right from wrong, so that just shouldn't happen. But like I said, I don't want to take too much of you guys' time. I just want to say thank you for letting me share my my experiences with you guys. All right, see ya.